Welcome back, everybody. My name is All Fun and Games. I stream every day on Twitch TV, and I make fun little videos here on YouTube. Well, let's get into it, shall we? Without any further ado, we have one of the best armors in the game, Bramble Husk, which is acquired by convincing a wormwood to make it for you. It requires 2 living logs and 4 stingers, which are very easy to get just by killing some frogs, and the wormwood could even tear off their own arm to get, unless you already have some living logs in the world. The best way to attack a frogs and or get a bunch of things as Wartox is as I mentioned before. Hello frogs, how are you doing today? I feel like attacking you, and here we go. Essentially stand here and let the frogs do your work. You can just stand here as Wartox and just let them do their thing. It's not the most ideal way of doing this, but it is a way of getting a bunch of frog legs, a bunch of souls, and essentially regaining your HP like nobody ever asked for it. And now I have a ton of things to eat, and now I'm basically all set for a little while. Frog legs are extremely delicious and can let your character make multiple different recipes, but frog bunwich is essentially the best one. As a Wartox main, not a Wartox main I should say, but as a Wartox I usually stick to meaty stews, but it is a good resource for anybody else that decides to use it, and plus I regained all my souls anyways, so yeah. This is probably one of the best ways to utilize a Bramble Husk, if not using them for killing the bees. Killing the bees will also net you a ton of souls too, and basically make it the easiest way. As you can see, I'm not even attacking them, I'm essentially just standing still and letting the bees kill themselves by essentially attacking me continuously. The Bramble Husk outputs a ton of damage to them that does a decent amount and basically killing all the bees. Look, I have a ton of souls, and now I have even more recipe ingredients for making more Bramble Husks as long as the wormwood that I know is willing to tear off their arm. So yeah, that is how you easily can kill a ton of frogs or a ton of bees with none other than the Bramble Husk. And this goes on and on and on. It's a great set of armor, but you just want to make sure that you utilize it for what it needs to be. I think also at the very end of it, when it gets down to 10 or less percentage, I probably would recommend it for only picking up cactus, as I mentioned in the previous video. Because don't forget, you can pick up cactus with this armor and not take any damage at all. But like I said, this armor goes further on than that. So if you decide to start attacking things or you want to get in a good boss fight, I don't think I would take it to go ahead and attack, like, for example, the Deerclops or any of the bigger ones. But if you decide to go on and attack a bunch of spiders, or if you're taking on a bunch of mobs that essentially are going to do mob mentality, well, for that, I wouldn't mind it. So let's go ahead and find some spiders, shall we? Hello, spiders. I'm here at nighttime and I'm very scared, but good thing I have my armor on, right? Now, keep in mind, this armor does do AoE damage, so it doesn't care if you're sitting next to a spider den, it's still going to do damage to said spider den, and so on and so on and so on. So if you are standing next to a bee's nest and you don't want that to take damage, I probably wouldn't stand too close. Because eventually what's going to happen is if I'm close enough to all these things, it's essentially just going to kill a spider den without me even meaning to do it. So yeah, keep that in mind, but nonetheless, great set of armor for not taking much damage, and also just outputting a ton of damage back to the enemy. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks again for watching.